Hi everyone and welcome to Sport Rep. I'm your host Limba Mupetami. Now without wasting any time, let's delve into Les Soccer Journal.
The Champions League, we've got the favourites, and if they're on song, well, they'll give us a bit of everything to enjoy. Well, here we go, the first of taste, and the break is on here. It's a red card. Vinicius Junior! Oh my goodness! There was space foul! Lewandowski! Oh, magnificent! Mbappe! That is a stunner! Haaland! What a finish! Coming onto it now to shoot! Champions of Europe, finally!
The 2023-24 UEFA Champions League. Be moved with every game live on SuperSport. Upgrade to Compact Plus.
Oh, that's wonderful!
And that is what champions do.
It feels good to football with GoTV.
Works the space well, and scores!
Nobody but GoTV gives you all the games of La Liga and the DStv Premiership.
This is extraordinary! Oh!
The Premier League and UEFA games that matter, and the world's favorite cup competitions. Get your Go Coder with 1 month of Super for only $799 to enjoy the football Vuma. GoTV. Love it.
The people's team, the Brave Warriors of Namibia, returned home after their stint at the ongoing Africa Cup of Nations. The Warriors exited the competition in their first clash against Angola in the round of 16 knockout stage. We caught up with Kennedy Amutenya, one of the players, and of course, we got footage of some of the fans who turned up at the airport in support of the Brave Warriors and just to welcome the team back. So check this out.
Okay, joined by Kennedy Amutenya. Kennedy, run us through it. How was the trip? Let's first talk about the trip.
The trip was good. Honestly speaking, it was fun.
Okay, and all in all, the AFCON games were great. You guys put on a wonderful performance. We watched you all the way here from home. Just tell me, for you personally, how was the experience for you?
Well, the experience was actually marvelous because I got the opportunity to share the pitch with top-class players, all over the world who plays in the Bundesliga, So it was nice, to actually play at the same level, and share the pitch with great players,
Okay, I asked Kamatuka the same question I'm going to ask you now. If you have to mention a favorite moment that you had at the tournament, what do you think it would be?
I think we were winning our first game against Tunisia because it was something that we wanted to achieve with the generation that we had. So I think that was one of the greatest medals or achievement that we got from this tournament.
Because going into that game against Tunisia, you guys were obviously the underdogs. No one saw you guys coming out on top in that game, and seeing that win, we saw a few tears. So for you personally, I'm sure you were very, very happy for that one.
It was fun because at the it was like we were the underdogs, and then as the game progresses, as we played, the fans, you could also how fans are when there's an underdog, they started cheering for us and rooting for us. And in the end, it ended up in our favor, and it was marvelous.
Marvelous. Okay, well, for you personally, for personal growth, how did you enjoy the tournament? Where do you think your football goes on from here?
Well, like Jocelyn Kamatuka said, every day you learn. It's a personal growth. And at my level right now, I've learned a lot. Like, the moment you just put your feet on the brake, you lose, because every day football grows, man. It's fast. You encounter a player who's more hungry and more eager, so there's no time to relax. You just have to work harder and harder.
Okay, well, for the fans that were watching you from home, you are back in the motherland. What message do you have for the people that have been waiting for you?
Well, we are happy to be back, and we are really. We can't wait to see the celebration and the welcomes, and the support they gave us when we saw them on social media, in person. We'd love to feel that from our people.
Yeah.
It's still from,
Okay, thank you very much for your time.
The fans outside, yeah. No, thanks, man.
Well, of course, speaking of the knockout stages, last night there were some matches, so let's have a look at some of these results. Now, as you can see there, Namibia obviously already having been knocked out. Nigeria beating Cameroon 2-0. And of course, the likes of Mali, them also playing. Now, host nation Ivory Coast reached the Africa Cup of Nations quarterfinals by beating defending champions Senegal on penalties. Well, that was really a shocking result for me. I really thought that Senegal would go through. Now, Mali have been one of the more impressive sides at the Africa Cup of Nations in the Ivory Coast as they seek to end their almost 60-year wait for a maiden continental title and might feel this could be their year. The East passed Burkina Faso in the last 16 with a victory that was more comfortable than the 2-1 scoreline suggests. And now have a quarterfinal against host Ivory Coast, who blow hot and cold but are certainly beatable. Now, South Africa broke the hearts of Morocco by beating the top-ranked nation 2-0. Well, of course, incredible results there from South Africa. The win sees the Bafana side qualify for the quarterfinals of the competition, where they will face Cape Verde. Love to see this for South Africa. Of course, I am backing them. Now, up next, we have the Game Changer segment, where we will zoom into today's athletes' world. Now, of course, with that, don't move an inch.
We've always had the bravery to stand up for what is Namibian, from protecting our homes to fighting injustices. We still celebrate what it means to us and raise a glass to those who show their bravery. No matter how they take on the world, with all this potential in the land of the brave, what will you do to make this Namibia your Namibia?
Despite his young age, at only 23 years old, not many Namibian sportsmen generate high-level performances and consistently as the mountain biker Alex Miller. Coming from a farming family in the south of Namibia, Miller has reached many achievements most of us can only dream of, including his Olympic debut in Tokyo in 2021, followed by winning a bronze medal at the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham the next year. Well, for this week's edition of Athletes World, we caught up with one of Namibia's coolest sportsmen, Alex Miller. Well, enjoy this interview.
Well, and just like that, we are back with another season of Athletes World. Well, look, guys, I'm really excited for this one. And to start off season 2, to start it off on the right foot, we just have to start it with the right person. And I wouldn't have anyone else on the show than you, Alex Miller. Alex Miller, thank you for taking time out of your busy schedule to be with us on this episode.
No, thank you for having me. I look forward to it.
Okay, look, let's get right into it. Season 2, we are coming to you guys with the information, things that you guys need to know, things that you guys probably don't know yet about Alex Miller. I personally didn't know a lot of things till this day, so I'm gonna get you guys involved so that you guys know where this guy is from. Alex Miller, let's start off with the first question. Look, I was at Kronenhof last weekend, and I found out you are from that side. You are from the south. Can you tell us a little bit more about where you're originally from?
Yes, so my parents farm in the south, close to a small town called Helminghausen.
Okay.
And that's basically where I grew up. My mom homeschooled us. I've got 3 other siblings, and yeah, that's where I grew up, and that's where I got into cycling. Yeah, it's deep down far in the south.
Yeah.
So
the question is, okay, since you're from down south, little farm, what got you into cycling? Where did it all start? Where was the spark that made you see that, okay, nah, this is for you?
Growing up on a farm, you know, you have a lot of space around you. So we, as kids, we always had a BMX or a bicycle that we would go ride around on.
Yeah.
But what really sparked the love for the sport, I'd say, was there was a mountain bike stage race.
Okay.
At the Lodge Clownhouse Vista House, you know the area.
Yes.
And I think it was 2015. I said to my dad, "No, I'd like to do this mountain bike race."
Okay.
And the owner is a very avid mountain biker, and he's very good in his age category. And but anyway, in 2015, I did that race, and that's where it really started.
That's where it all started. Okay, let's track back. 2015. How old were you then?
I was 14 years at that event.
Okay. Fast forward. You got into cycling. We started hearing about your name here and there. Slowly, you're coming up the ranks to where we ended up at the Olympics. Finished 31st position.
Yes,
if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And then the year after that, still went on and did the Commonwealth, where you took a bronze medal, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes.
Yeah, stuff like that. Look, run me through it. How old were you then? And how was the experience? I mean, I'm sure you were very, very young, because that was like 2021.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So 2021 Tokyo Olympics, I was 20 years old at that event.
Wow.
So of course it's Olympics, you know, it's every athlete's dream to be there.
Yeah.
And, for me to be able to say I'm an Olympian, it feels quite cool. I'm not going to lie.
Really, it rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, it rolls off the tongue, exactly. So that was definitely a highlight, and the event itself was obviously with COVID restrictions. It was a special one. And then 2022, the Commonwealth Games in Birmingham. Being able to bring back a medal for Namibia, you know, it's special. Putting on the national jersey and having Namibia stand there, you really feel proud. And then receiving that medal and seeing all the support I got from back home, it's an amazing feeling.
Okay, well, finishing 31st at the Olympics, how did you feel about that? Because that's a high number. I mean, people will look at it and be like, if you don't know sports, you'll be like, but it's Olympics. This is the world stage. Not everyone gets to compete at that stage. So you're coming out there and doing your thing, coming out 31st at a young age. Yeah, how did that feel?
Yes, it is Olympics, you know, and it's people do say, 31st. I mean, it's nothing to brag about, but I find just being at the Olympics
itself,
I'm not going to lie, I think that's quite an achievement, and every athlete who's made it there, hats off to them. It's a very special event, and like I said, it's every athlete's dream to go to the Olympics, and it's always the race itself it's a hard race, but it's probably not the hardest part. The hardest part is making sure you're on form for the qualification events that happen sometimes a year before the actual event.
Yeah.
So it's always being in top form for those events leading up to it.
Okay, well, I'm going to ask a question that's now not really off topic, but it's off topic now. How does your schedule look like? What are your daily activities? Since you're already here and it looks like you're ready for the day and I'm here dressed for the office. Yeah, just tell us, how does your daily day go like?
Yeah, normally I wake up in the morning. I'm not a fan of getting up super early. I'm not a 5 a.m.
Yeah, no. Trust me, neither am I.
So my training, normally I do it in the morning. I start around 8:30. Normally that carries on until lunchtime. I get home, have lunch, and then I've got admin stuff I'll do in the afternoon. And I mean, a big part of the sport as well, and I think a lot of hobby or amateur athletes forget that recovery is a very big part of the sport, and that also takes up a lot of your time. So it's difficult then if you did have a 9-to-5 job and still train, then there's very little time for recovery.
Okay. But then looking forward from the Olympics, from the Commonwealth Games, just tell us more about how things have gone from there to now. Let's even start off with last weekend's event.
Yes, last weekend. So Commonwealth Games, that was 2022.
Yes.
Then the year after that, so last year, I joined the South African team, Tiger Eurosteel. Really developed and learned a lot from them, and showed my faces at the South African events a lot more. and like South Africa has very good mountain bike events, and you have a lot of stage races where international athletes, like the Cape Epic, and that to come and compete. So yeah, we're lucky in that sense. And then yeah, after 2023 going so well, I got a new team, Toyota Specialized. So very stoked for that. And obviously last weekend, on Saturday, we had the Atakwas Extreme. It's probably South Africa's hardest one-day mountain bike event, and yeah, it went well. I mean, I managed to take the win. So I couldn't be happier.
It's the fact that he's so humble about it, and he's like, it went well. It didn't go well. It went great. Like, but yeah, how important is it for you to be exposed to international athletes so that you know where you measure?
That's very important. You know, it doesn't help you stay at home or in your hometown and train as hard as you can, and never get the exposure to the international world. So it plays a big role. And unfortunately, you know, coming from Namibia, it's in mountain biking, the main competitions are in Europe and overseas. So it is always a bit of a challenge, but I also think that plays a role. You know, us Namibians, even the South Africans, I think we punch well above our weight. Especially us coming from like Windhoek, the number of athletes to choose from is so small. And even then, when we compete in South Africa, we regularly get top results. So for the number of people we have in our country, I think we do really, really well. We saw with the soccer last weekend. I mean, you know, there are a lot of things you can point out.
Where we are performing in really well.
Exactly.
Okay, well, with that being said, I mean, we also did have the Nedbank Desert Dash. You drove in a two-man team, if I'm not mistaken.
I did, yes.
You guys won the two-man team.
Correct.
Another one for the books. Like I said, Nedbank Desert Dash. Yeah, what are the plans for this year, though? What can we expect from Alex Miller this year? What are you looking forward to doing, improving? I'm sure there's always room for improvement. I'm sure you always want to be better than you were the previous year. So yeah, what can you look forward to from you this year?
So the next few months will be a lot of marathon races in South Africa.
Okay.
And then closer to Olympics, I'll be focusing more on the cross country, because obviously cross country being the Olympic format. A lot of folks will go into that. We'll go over to Europe for a month and just focus on the cross country. Because of like Paris being a big goal. So that'll probably be the highlight of the year, I'd say. And then after that, I will be focusing a little bit more on the longer distances, maybe some marathon, some gravel. But I'll take it as it comes.
As it comes. Okay, but a question that I always wanted to ask you is, out of all these cycling events, what do you specialize in? What's your favorite event? Because I know there's a difference between guys who just do normal marathons and then there's mountain biking, all those events. I mean, you can do both, but I'm sure there is one where you are like more comfortable or better at, I think.
I started more focusing on the cross country.
Okay.
Obviously with Tokyo and that. But now I feel, you know, I do pride myself in being a good all-rounder.
Okay.
So
jack of all trades?
Yes, exactly. So I'm strong in the cross country, I'm strong in the gravel races, the road, and the mountain bike marathon races. So I really pride myself in that. And also coming from a slightly smaller country, and having like a South African team and sponsors, it's important. They want to see representation at all the events. So it's important that you can compete in all these different disciplines. Which, like I said, I pride myself in. And I you know, it's also, I don't enjoy like riding just cross country or just road. I enjoy racing bikes.
Okay.
In simple terms.
Yes, that's a perfect answer.
Be it a marathon, be it a road race, be it a cross country, I just enjoy.
You just enjoy. As long as you're on the bike, you're happy.
Exactly.
Okay, but yeah, tell us before we do let you leave. I mean, tell us a bit more about your new sponsor. Yeah, what's with that?
Yes, Toyota Specialized. Obviously, it's probably one of South Africa's most successful teams.
Okay.
Nat Beers, my new teammate now, he's won the Cape Epic twice already.
And he finished second behind you in the
Atakwas. Yes, obviously. I was super happy after that. But I look forward to really being able to learn a lot from him He's an incredible athlete, and he's also focusing a lot on the gravel, which is growing very quickly in the USA. So no, I'm really looking forward to this year, and I'm looking forward to having the support that the team offers, and it's going to be a good year.
I mean, us who sit and look at you from behind the scenes, from the cameras, we are definitely excited and looking forward to seeing you do your thing this year. But yeah, we have this thing, we have this culture that I plan on continuing on Athletes World, where we ask whoever's on the show to just give a word of advice to the youth, like to the young riders that we do have. I mean, we do have a few good riders. We have the Nathan Chase, we have Foodie. I'm not going to mention names, I'm just saying we do have a few good riders that are definitely still looking up to you. I'm sure you inspire a lot of them. Yeah, but if you do have a message, what sort of message would you give the kids out there that are watching and would like to be great?
It's very simple, you know. For me, the biggest and most important thing is like have fun with whatever you do. Like if you need it, it doesn't matter if you're racing bikes, if you're playing soccer, you can apply it to everything you do. The biggest thing is like have fun in what you do, and focus on improving yourself. And it shouldn't be like a new team or a new sponsor that motivates you to do better. It should be personal development and personal results that motivate you.
Well said. I'm sure you guys all heard what he just said about motivating and motivation. Yeah, but with that being said, this is our first episode of Athletes World. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Alex, like I said, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Definitely loved it. We'll be back with the second episode soon. But with that being said, it's adios from us.
With that, we move over to the sharpshooter segment.
From the day you were born and welcomed until your pensioner years on this earth, your life is filled with changes and phases. What mattered the most at age 10 may be an unknown memory at 25. The heartbreak at 16 may be replaced with wedding bells at 27. The degree you've always wanted or starting your career business may come true at age 30. And the dream to own your own home may come to realization at age 50. Whatever stage you find yourself in, whatever matters right now, Standard Bank has what you need to bank like you. Choose your own path. Choose endless possibilities. Standard Bank, it can be.
On 23rd March at Ramatex in Windhoek, Namibian boxer Philippus Energy Nekotumbua will face China's Zhong Liu for the WBO Regional Super Bantamweight title. Well, there will be other exciting boxing undercards as well on the night. Well, of course, we caught up with Energy at today's press conference, and this is what the soft-spoken boxer had to say. So Energy, you have a fight on the 23rd of March? Your first fight for the year. I've seen some of the clips where you were training, so just take us through how has preparations been?
Yeah, we are doing good. We are training good. Everything is good. Everything is under control. We just want to make sure that we beat this guy anytime, any round. In the second, we have to make sure that we win. Yeah, so we improve a lot for our second last fight. We will make sure that we terminated every minute.
Okay, so obviously this is the first time that you are meeting this guy from China. You're fighting here at Ramatex. Of course, a lot of boxing fans, your fans, and just boxing fans in general, looking forward to this fight. So what can you perhaps tell the fans in terms of coming to Ramatex? Is there any message for them?
Yes, I just want to invite all of Namibian, all of the boxing fans, all of the boxing lovers. So please come join us in Ramatex. We'll be ready to beat this guy. I just want to tell all the Namibians, come support us, come join us. can see also in the night also with the big guys also fighting upcoming boxers. So really nice guys.
Okay, thank you so much, Energy, and best of luck.
Okay, thanks.
Well, with that, we bring you more international sports news with none other than Ari Hougat.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, and starting off with soccer news first from the English Premier League. It was mostly FA Cup the last week or two, but back to English Premier League again, and it is Aston Villa that lost a good position. They lost the position from number 2 to number 4 on the English Premier League. They lost to Newcastle at home. The score there was 3-1. Good result for Newcastle. It was early in the first half. It was Fabian Schär that scored in the 32nd minute and also in the 36th minute, and then an own goal by Alex Moreno late in the second half also confirmed that Newcastle won that game against Aston Villa by 3-1. Aston Villa now, they're in 4th position. They've got 43 points after 22 games. Still the leaders Liverpool. They've got 48 points after 21 games. And also good movement for Arsenal. They briefly moved into 2nd position after beating Nottingham Forest by 2-1. And they've got 46 points after 22 games. And that is all in the English Premier League. And Luton Town, they beat Brighton. Impressive win for them by 4-0. And then Fulham and Everton played to a 0-0 draw. Continuing international sports news with cricket news, exciting test cricket coming up, and it is England that tour India at the moment. The first test of the 5 test series was won by England dramatically. So the second test will start on Friday. It will be played at Visakhapatnam, and news from the India camp is that Virat Kohli will still not be eligible or not play in the second test. His arrangement is to be playing in the 3rd, 4th and 5th test in the series. He's not playing because of personal reasons. But news also from the England game.
That ends today's show. Please do catch us again tomorrow, same place, same time.